So Clara, what sets UVA apart among other top-tier universities?
I think what really sets UVA apart are our values and our community. Students who go to UVA are really engaged and really just happy to be a part of this community, and you see it in lots of different ways. We have lots of hands-on learning at UVA in all different academic areas. We have 8 different undergraduate schools and colleges, and students across those schools participate in research and internships and other kinds of hands-on learning. We have a very diverse group of international students. Just in last year's first-year class, we had over 80 nationalities represented. We have beautiful architecture here and a very long history as well. It's a great place to be. You meet people from lots of different interesting places who are all here to really study, do research, as well as get engaged in the community.
I love that. Tell me about the culture at UVA.
UVA was really founded to be a university focused on liberal arts, and in having students learn and think from different perspectives in different ways. But one big part of our university culture is student self-governance. It's the idea that students at the university have the power to create change. Students are constantly moving the university forward. And then we also have the oldest student-run honor code in the nation. It really is meant to create a community of trust between students. Thomas Jefferson believed in this idea of citizen scholars, where students should be focused on academics, but they should also be good community members, good neighbors, contributing to their community in positive ways. Something that's really been around since the beginning of the university and something that continues today.
I've heard the UVA has their own lingo. What is that all about?
So at UVA, we have some pretty unique vocabulary. We say grounds instead of campus. Instead of saying freshman, sophomore, junior, we say first year, second year, third year. Our graduation at the end of 4 years is called final exercises. So we really have our own vocabulary and our own lingo, and just another thing that's unique to our university.
After getting your PhD from the University of Pennsylvania, what drew you to UVA to teach?
I think I've always been interested in robotics as a discipline and as a research area. So one of the biggest attractions for me to come to UVA was that they had established this big cluster and a center on cyber-physical systems, and it was one of the first cross-cutting cyber-physical system centers in the country. And we care about society and the impact of the research that you can have. And that was instrumental in me coming to UVA.
I've heard that UVA has strong computer science and engineering programs. Tell me more about that.
I think obviously the biggest strength of the department is the quality of the faculty. What we touch upon is so vast that it gives you the foundation and an opportunity and a platform to really pursue different areas. Everything requires software development and algorithms. And then, it's not just the surface level. Then whatever resonates with you, you can go very deep into that field. We have the infrastructure, we have, access to real full-scale cars and small-scale vehicles that you see behind me.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that car. It looks like some sort of race car. Can you tell me more about it?
So this is, an example of a F-110 car. Senior undergraduate students, they learn how to build, drive, and then race 1/10 scale autonomous vehicles. They can take what they have learned in code in the lectures and now apply them on the cars. So the final exam is an autonomous race. Everybody gets the same car, and it's this battle of algorithms where you are pitted against your peers. And it's a big spectacle. We host a grand event. It's a very fulfilling feeling to actually see something you've built come to life. When I first had that feeling myself as a student, that has still not left me, and that's sort of what motivates me to keep on going and get more things to work by themselves. Hardly a day goes by before you hear about some new advance in AI and autonomy, if you can learn and prove that your software for self-driving can handle that level of high-frequency decision-making and complex environments, then that's a token to how safe it would be to program and work with a full-scale prototype. So these are the kind of, very, very crucial, life-critical, safety-critical problems that are at the core of the Link Lab research. We are training the next generation of leaders and experts.
I actually found out about computer science when I was in high school. Kind of towards the end of high school, I actually had no idea what it was, didn't really know what engineering was, because it's not really something that they told girls about. I always knew that I liked math, and then computer science just kind of came along with it as I really liked problem solving. And since then, I've honestly been hooked, and being at U.VA has made it even more exciting and interesting.
I've always heard that computer science is a male-dominated field. Is that still the case?
Yeah, it still is male-dominated at UVA, but we have one of the highest percentage of women in computer science at 30% compared to the 18% national average.
Way to go, UVA! What are some of the extracurriculars you've been involved in there?
So I'm the president of Women in Computing Sciences, which is also known as WICS. WICS supports, celebrates, and encourages the growing amount of women in computing. And we also aim to raise awareness of issues faced by women in technology, in addition to inspiring women to explore educational and professional opportunities in the field through mentorship and also service. And that's just one of the things that we do as an organization to help our community.
That's so cool! When I think of computer science, I don't always think of it being this broad discipline.
Yeah, so computer science is so broad, and I honestly could do it anywhere. It's just having computer science skills and these problem-solving skills are applicable to so many different types of fields.
I hear a lot about the autonomy students have on campus to advocate for themselves and pursue their passions. Where does the value come from?
I think the autonomy really comes from the groundwork that Jefferson laid. We're all called first, second, third, and fourth years. We're not called seniors or juniors because Jefferson really believed that you're never a senior of learning. You never stop learning. And I think this is good because it lays the groundwork for students to further their education and take charge of their own education.
The autonomous driving industry is in kind of a dire need for this kind of skill set. So I get approached a lot, and I share all those opportunities down to the students who are taking my course. Some of them have gone on to work for many of these self-driving car companies. Many of them have gone on to robotics graduate programs all over the world. One of my students, he got recruited by a company, and now he works on autonomous docking of spacecrafts with the International Space Station.
I don't think I would have landed the internship of my dreams if I didn't have the support at the Career Center at UVA and also the support of all the girls in Women in Computing Sciences. My first internship was an Explore intern at Microsoft. I did an internship my second summer, and then now I'm going back as a full-time. And I just wouldn't be where I am if I wasn't at UVA. That's my full 100% opinion.
So Chase, what made you choose to apply to UVA?
I remember sitting on the Rotunda steps one night in March, watching an a cappella group perform. And I remember sitting there and I was reflecting on the conversations I'd had with fellow prospective students that day, and just really being amazed at the wide array of subjects and interests that everyone had. And I remember looking at the lights on the lawn, and just kind of hit me at that moment. I was okay, I want to come to UVA. This is where I want to be. This is where I want to spend my next 4 years. So UVA was actually the first school I got into, and was just elated to know that I was going to university, I was going to get a college degree, that was set in stone, and that was awesome. People joke that a UVA degree is 60% extracurriculars and then 40% school, and so students at UVA are just very, very involved outside of the classroom. People at UVA, we have this work hard, play hard mentality, and I think in the same way we also have this work hard, engage hard mentality.
I think there's a lot of school spirit here in academics, athletics, and in so many other different organizations as well. We have Division I athletics, so we have Division I basketball. We are still national champions in basketball. You really just feel a sense of community and a sense of belonging that's really, I think, unique to college sports in the United States.
I think everyone finds a community here. I think there are always people who are willing to build relationships, and so I think it's like really easy to find a group that is accepting of you and who you just really get along with. UVA students are constantly critically thinking about the work that they're doing and their place in society, and so that has like helped me grow both politically and how I view the world and my role in it. And what I hope to do after college has definitely like changed since coming in, because I definitely feel like I want to do something that I think has a really big impact and actually helps people live a better life and build a better world.
For anyone who ends up as a UVA student, I hope you take the time to kind of learn about the university's history and the good and the bad that has come from it.
Interesting. What do you mean by bad?
Thomas Jefferson certainly gets a lot of credit for founding and for designing the main part of the university, but it wasn't always democracy and liberty and equality and these values. The University of Virginia was built by enslaved laborers and for many years was run by enslaved laborers. Just this past year, the university finished the memorial to enslaved laborers. It is located on grounds. It is designed to be a gathering space for students and somewhere where people can really come and think about UVA's history, take a moment to reflect on UVA's history and what we want the university to look like moving forward.
UVA, and especially the UVA students, have come to think about their relationship with Thomas Jefferson. The student body is the reason that UVA became integrated, became co-educated, and so like the student body is constantly the people who are really like pushing the institution to become better, and they are willing to stand up to sometimes things they see that are wrong and be outspoken, even when that might mean, you know, criticizing the university itself.
I think when you ask people why they came to UVA, they might say because of one specific academic program, because of a specific research center, the architecture, the history, maybe a certain activity outside of the classroom. But I think students stay at UVA and they really value their UVA experience because of the people they find here. Our faculty members love working with undergraduate students. They wouldn't be at UVA if they didn't want to work with undergraduate students. And our students are just very empowered inside and outside of the classroom to make this community what they want it to be.
Being surrounded by students who are constantly doing such amazing things is always like so inspiring, and like I always feel like my friends are pushing me to be a better person, are pushing me to learn more and to grow more and to reflect on my place in the world, and like that I think is just like really, really special about UVA, and I've just really appreciated the friendships that I've made here.
To be honest, you can really get your education anywhere, but if you want to be in a community of people who are constantly changing the ways that we've done things in the past and setting the groundwork for the future, also being a part of a well-rounded STEM education and being able to kind of craft your own experience and really make a place for yourself, UVA is a great option for you.